Okay, students, in the previous sessions, we have discussed regarding the physical causes of deterioration of structures. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss with respect to the chemical causes of deterioration of structure. It's also one of the causes of deterioration of concrete structures out of physical, chemical, and mechanical causes. So, chemical causes is very important causes in which it degrades the concrete quality and it reduces the concrete strength. So the chemical causes which affects the durability of concrete, in other terms, it affects the durability of the concrete structure. So chemical causes is very important causes, and we have to avoid or we have to increase the durability of concrete by using proper materials in the production of cement. So now, according to our syllabus, we are having the physical causes we have discussed. Now in this session, we are going to discuss regarding the chemical causes. Out of that, I am discussing some of the causes which is important. So some of the chemical causes as acid attack, aggressive water attack, alkali carbonate rock reaction, alkali silica reaction, alkali aggregate reaction, sulfate attack. Next, some of the influence factor which affects the chemical attacks. So time, that is duration of the structures. Now cover to reinforcement. We know the what is the importance of the cover. If we give proper cover to the reinforcement, we can avoid the chemical causes of the deterioration of structures. Now concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So this is with respect to the carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere. That means if the carbon dioxide is more in the atmosphere, it enters into the concrete structures which and it uh, cause the chemical reactions in the carbon in the concrete mass. Next, permeability of concrete. So the permeability of the concrete is also much effects on the chemical causes of deterioration of structures. That means if we do the proper compaction, the permeability will reduce. So next, coming to the alkali content in the concrete. So if in the production of the cement, if we use the sufficient and required quantity of alkali, so we can avoid the alkali aggregate reaction one. So if you provide more alkali, the alkali aggregate reaction will also be more. Next, conditions of the concrete cover. These are some of the influence factors which affect the chemical causes. Next, coming to the sulfuric acid attacks. So this is also one of the important attack, that is sulfuric acid attack. So this is, we know, in the production of the cement or in the manufacturing process of the cement, we are using the gypsum to increase the initial setting time of the cement. Otherwise, it will get initially hardened when the water is added to the cement. So generally, with the with this sulfuric acid attacks, so this tends to increase the gypsum quantity, so which disintegrate the mechanical stresses. So because of the sulfuric acid attack, what happens, the gypsum quantity will increase, so which indirectly it disintegrate the uh, contents of the concrete, which develops the mechanical stresses and ultimately increases the spalling and exposure of the fresh surface. Next, the chemical reactions with respect to the sulfuric acid is like this, that is calcium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, which gives to calcium sulfate plus 2H2O. Next, this is the chemical reaction with respect to the sulfuric acid attack. Next, coming to the sulfate attack. So generally we know sulfate attack is most in the soils such as calcium, potassium, sodium, and magnesium. So generally we know the solid salt, which does not attack the sulfate attack, but it reacts with the hardened cement paste along with the moist. So sulfur attack occurs when pore system in concrete is penetrated by solution of sulfate. So some of the sulfate reaction generally depends upon the concentration of sulfate ions. Next, cations present in the sulfate solution, C3A content in the cement, that is next density and permeability of the concrete. So these are the some of the factors which influence the sulfate attack. Next, due to the sulfate attack, the resultant internal expansion stresses may be great enough to cause deformation. That means because of the sulfate attack, what happens? The internal pressure, that is expansion pressure, will develop. So when once the pressure is develops, the internal cracks will develop, so which cause the deformation and increases in the cracking. So eventually loss of coherence. Next, when concrete cracks, its permeability increases. We know when the permeability is increases, automatically the moisture will enters into the concrete mass. So many chemical actions will develop because if the moisture and carbon dioxide is enters into the concrete mass. So by if the permeability increases and the aggressive water penetrates more easily into the interior, thus aggravating the process of deterioration. Next, coming to the chloride attack. So this is also one of the very important chemical causes which deteriorate the concrete structure. So chlorides can be introduced into concrete by coming into contact with environments containing chlorides such as seawater or dicing salt. Okay, when the structure is in the ocean sides or near the sea sides, so generally chlorides will commonly enters into the concrete. We have discussed the chloride attack, uh, corrosion of steel previously itself. So once again, in the coming sessions also we are going to discuss regarding the chloride attack and chloride induced corrosion in the corrosion part. Generally, if the chloride enters into the concrete from the following sources, that is cement of the concrete. Next, water mixed in concrete, that is the type of what type of concrete. If we use the potable water, thereby we can avoid the chloride. Next, the quantity of chloride which is present in the aggregate and admixtures added, and also the chloride diffusion from atmosphere. Next, the penetration takes times depending upon that, means the chloride times takes includes the amount of chlorides coming into contact with chloride. Next, permeability of the concrete, the amount of moisture present. That means if the permeability is more chloride enters into the concrete mass from the atmosphere. Okay, that is the and the amount of moisture present. Along with the moisture only, the chloride will be enters into the concrete mass. So if the moisture content is more in the atmosphere, the penetration of the chloride will also more. Next, coming to the alkali aggregate reaction. So this is the main reactions which is developed in the deterioration of the concrete. So this is also called alkali carbonate reaction. This reaction is between the alkali which is present in the cement manufacturing process and also with respect to the aggregate. So this reaction is apparently limited to reactions with impure dolomite aggregates and are result in the either dedomalization or rim signification reaction. So generally this alkali aggregate reactions, the swelling in nature. Okay, so if the more swell, the automatically the tensile stresses is develops into the concrete mass and the internal cracks will develop which reduces the which initiates the distress of the concrete structures. In other way, it ultimately it deteriorates the structure. Some of the influence factors for alkali aggregate reactions, that is size of the aggregate, porosity of aggregate, alkali content in cement, fineness of cement, availability of non-evaporable water in the. So these are the some of the influence factors which affect the alkali aggregate reaction. Here we are discussing with respect to some of the chemical causes of the deterioration of concrete structures. Okay, in the next session we can continue the deterioration and the analysis, or we can discuss regarding the evaluation of damage due to the earthquake. Okay, so with this I'm going to close this session. Thank you.